Hello, my magical subs. I hope everybody's doing okay. I just thought I'd come in and do a quick chat with everybody. Hope everybody had a happy new year and just had a good time, safe. Let's see. How do I want to start? Today's my birthday. Yay! 62 today. And I got so much to do. So little time to do it. Anyways, I wanted to come. Some things have been bothering me on the Idaho 4 case. And I'm going to refer to Bryan Kohberger as BK. It's just easier for me. Anyways, just go down here really quick. Won't be a long one. Things I want to look into more that I just have questions about. And am I the only one with these questions? Okay. Start with Dylan. And I'm not talking bad about her at all. That's what it's about. I have lots of questions, though. Lots of questions. I have lots of questions for her boyfriend. And I kind of... These are things I want to go... How do I want to say that? The things we're talking about right now are things I want to come back and go into and see what Spirit gives us on these things, because I just don't have good feelings about them. Anyways, one is Dylan, her boyfriend. I have lots of questions for her. More so about her boyfriend, I think. I've been watching body cam from the police. Okay. From all the times that they were called to the, King Road address, to their house, partying going on. Well, hello, baby. Petey's here. Petey, I promise, I'll make you a whole show. I keep saying that. I'm just going to have to do it. Quit saying it. Comes in here every time I do this. Anyways, yes, I've been watching body cam from the police. Of all the times the police came to the house. Something is fishy in Moscow. Lots of things are fishy in Moscow. Okay, I've been watching it, and I'm going to keep watching it, because every time I watch it, I get something else. Body cam on the 3 students, the male students that were stopped, right in that time. I'm watching that. I have questions. What did Maddie tell Adam? Could this have been anything? I want to know more about Jack, Kaylee's ex. And the reason I say that is because I watched, the video of when they were at the corner bar, and they're sitting there, and he's right over here, right at the table. So, I don't know. I find it hard to believe that he just went home and went to sleep and didn't. Okay. Now, something that just clicked. The dog. First of all, anybody that has a dog, anybody, what is the first thing you do when you get home? The first thing. You take your dog out. Even if you've been drinking. I don't drink a whole lot. Actually, I don't think I've drunk in over... No, I had a Kahlua in my coffee the other night. Yes. my thought goes to, okay, the dog is barking. No, that's another thought. I'm on the one, they come home, they take the pup out. Okay. Could they've started calling Jack the ex, that he ignored their call, but could Kaylee have been calling him because something scared her when she was out with the dog? I don't know. I'm just saying, anybody that has a dog, you know, that's the first thing you do is take him out. So yeah, I want to question. Well, it's not like I can question here. I wish you could just question people. It'd be easier, wouldn't it? So I wonder about that. And then, you know, Maddie's calling, and then Kaylee's calling. They both called, trying to get Jack to pick up the phone. He never did. So I don't know. I question that. Why wouldn't he pick up Kaylee's call? It's like she said, you know, we have a Jack, we have a dog together. And they're like children, our pets. Okay. Okay, I get back to why so late calling the police. First of all, let me say, these are my opinions, my thoughts. Yes, this is just my opinion, my thoughts, for entertainment purposes only. Okay. I can't even believe. Okay, we're just going to go with this because I can't even believe that this is... Petey knows because Petey's at my feet. Yes, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going to say it. There's lots of things that I don't agree with, and for me to say this, it's kind of hard for me to say this because I worked in law enforcement, and I've just always thought things are done very fairly. There's no shadiness going on. There's no, well, hate to tell you. God, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm sorry, but I think there's been a lot of shady work done on this case. You know, I just have a whole lot more questions. And the more questions I look into, the more it makes me think, what the hell are the police not telling us? Let me address the house that was tore down. Absolutely wrong thing to do. Somebody wants that house down. Think about that. Who wants that house down? First of all, pictures, diagrams, measurements, videos is not the same thing as actually being in a spot, looking around, and for your own judgment, be there. Sorry, that was the biggest screw up that has ever been done, the biggest injustice, and I have to wonder why did they want it down? Why did they want it down? Okay, I'm going to use this. There was a case, Jeffrey, oh God, what was his last name? Hopefully it will come to me. Anyways, he was in the service. He staged it, but long story short, he killed his wife, pregnant wife, beat her, stabbed her. It was horrific. The 2 little girls, they were murdered. They were murdered with such... But the father, the dad, who fell asleep on the couch, he says, and woke up to these 2 people, hippies with floppy hats. It was around, the Charles Manson murders and all that. Because the police found an article in a magazine on the table that was topped over by him. Anyways, long story short, it took years and years to get this son of a gun. Even the father of his murdered daughter, Jeffrey's, I want to say McDonald. I'll think of it. Anyways, he believed his son-in-law. He really did. He was a surgeon in the military. Okay. Well, he just kept giving the dad, the runaround. Finally, the father opened his eyes. The father actually went to the crime scene. Imagine that. And he's in there. And with the force that it took that he fought with these people, let's just say that standing in there, the father even said, as awful of an attack it was on his daughter and grandchildren. God, I want to say McDonald. I hope that's right. Jeffrey, come to find out, he had stabbed himself with a knife and deflated a lung or some crazy shit. Anyways, it turned out many years later that he did do it, and he's in jail now, and they got his ass. But you know what they didn't do? He lived on the base, in base housing. The one thing they didn't do for over 20 years, they left everything like it was that crime scene. So all these years later, the new lawyers and stuff were actually, that's how they... So, was this wrong? Absolutely wrong. But you know what? And I can't believe I'm saying this. There's some shadiness going on with the police department. I don't know if it's shady like in... Oh God, what? Let me choose my word. What's that word I want to... Nefarious. Okay. Is it that kind? Or is it I just keep getting nefarious. Okay, or is it to keep it as quiet as possible? Well, let me say this. And I'm not knocking anybody, so please don't take it this way. But if my child had gotten murdered on this campus, you best believe if I had any other children, they'd be pulled out of there so freaking fast. Because I know what the public doesn't know. Okay? You can't break laws and things. But can you keep things hid? Can you keep things quiet? Things that if it got out, that it would put shade on the university on, are you kids really safe here? Or, do you see what I mean? I haven't quite figured that out. But I will. Because that's going to be the next deep dive that I'm going to go on this. You have to understand the university is there. The university is there to make money. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to put out there, yeah, we have some drug activity. We have, you know, da-da-da-da-da. I could give you examples, but I'm kind of... Is there one I can get? I'm trying to think of an example that I can give. I don't want to get myself in trouble for... Let's just say, from personal experience and working for a university police department, every morning we go into roll call. Every morning. All police do. And, you know, they bring up everything that's happened the night before, or things that have came in, like, you know, look for this guy, da-da-da-da-da, or we had this problem last night, or, you know, we expect this, that, you know what I mean? It's just roll call, and you go over all that stuff, and you write it down. If it's on your circuit or whatever, you're writing it all down. Even if it's not, if it's something important enough, you write this stuff down. It's all about keeping track of stuff. So there were many, many things that happened on campus. You know, let's just say it didn't make it into the media. They like to keep things on the down low. And I know from listening how they said they put out that, what did they call it? They told everybody to stay in place, shelter down, keep safe, and all that. Anytime there's something that happens, anytime there's a shooting, there's been a rape, there's been any kind of crazy thing, and it's just happened, and we're like looking for that person, whatever. If the students are in any kind of... The university has everybody's numbers, and so the computers automatically send out these numbers. Even after I left the university, my husband worked, my ex, He wasn't in the police department. Trust me, he couldn't have done that. But he worked for the university, and he still got those kind of messages that even though I didn't work there anymore, because I was, even his family would get, I get the text saying, shelter down, this has happened, da 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 da. So that definitely came out. I'm telling you, that is just some fishy stuff. With all those students there. I'm going to continue watching these and rewatching. I'm going to come back because I'm going to do a read on this new whatever, what I'm getting right now. And I'm going to ask all these questions. And if there's anything you can think of that I missed, write it in the comments and I'll write it down to ask when I go in and do the read on it. Okay, is that everything I want to talk about right now? I think it is. I have to go pay some bills. Just even on my birthday, I can magically just got to go pay bills. Like I said, if you can think of anything, put it down. We'll go through it. But I'm really on all these questions. And I'm not trying to... I'm just saying, these are things that make me just... What the hell's going on here? I've seen someone's kind of come in. Okay. I love you guys. I'm going to go do my errands. I don't know. I might be back. I don't know. I'm going to go, I don't know, do some fun things. Well, errands not fun, but I might go by the bakery and get me a cupcake or a cookie or something. It's kind of dreary out here. But anyways, I hope everybody's doing good. You had a wonderful Christmas and New Year. And we're going to get this year. It's 2024 is our year. Things are going to happen. Things are going to change. Until then, I love you all and I send you always love and light.